Hello, welcome back to week 3 of this beginner's yoga course. My name is Mitzi and I am downward dog. The first 2 lessons we've been building up on our sun salutations, and we're going to continue to do that. So you're welcome to go back to week 1 if this is your first time here, or flow with us now. They should all be around a similar level. However, we are building up. So if you are completely new to yoga, then I would recommend going back to week 1. In this class, we are going to start with some breath work, and then we'll do a gentle warm up before we do our sun salutation routine. And we're going to be incorporating some warrior poses within that. And then we'll move on to some standing balances before we come down and do some floor work, and then a lovely relaxation. And I have my singing bowls as well. You'll just need your yoga mat. If you've got a couple of bricks, you might need those. Ideally a couple of bricks like these. If you don't have bricks, just have something that you might like to lean on, like a small stool or a chair. Without further ado, let's start. So finding a comfortable seated position on your mat. You can sit however you like. I'm going to sit cross-legged, and if you do have a yoga brick or block, you can pop it underneath your bottom. And that just helps to ease the knees down a bit more to the floor. It gives you a bit more space in your hips, and it helps with your pelvic tilt, so you can find a bit more lengthening in your back. Okay, so once you find a nice comfortable position, make sure you're sat evenly on both sit bones, sitting up nice and tall, feeling the lengthening in the back of your neck, shoulders melting away from your ears, and allowing your palms just to rest on your hands. Start to bring your awareness to your breath, noticing your inhales and exhales. Breathing in through your nose, breathing out through your nose. Finding some space between your breaths. Feeling any tension melt away as you tune into your inhales and your exhales through your nose. Continue this gentle breath while I explain the breath work we're going to be doing today. It's called Ujjayi breath or ocean breath. It's quite an audible breath. Should sound like the waves of the ocean. And I'll just demonstrate for you now. When you do the full Ujjayi breath, you're breathing in and out through your nose like this. And essentially you are constricting your throat as the air comes in and out. This is a breath that is warming, and it's something that we aim to continue throughout our asanas, our postures, as we're moving through flows. So to begin with, if you're new to this breath, I will guide you through how to get that sensation in your throat. So we're going to start by breathing through an open mouth and exhaling through so we're going to start by breathing in through our nose and exhaling through our mouth as if we are fogging up a glass. So imagine you've got your glasses or a mirror in front of you. You're going to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Continue this with your own breath, noticing how you can draw out your exhales as you make that R sound. Notice how it feels within your throat. When you next prepare to exhale, see if you can do it with your mouth closed this time, but continuing the sensation you had before. Breathing in through your nose, exhaling through your nose, feeling that constriction in your throat, as if you're fogging up a mirror, but your mouth is closed. Continue that for a few more breaths in your own time. If you feel that you are starting to get a hang of this breath, then you can start to incorporate the throat constriction as you inhale too. If not, only stick to it on your exhales. Maybe closing your eyes as you continue to inhale and exhale with your Ujjayi breath, ocean breathing. One more cycle, inhaling and exhaling, and then gently return to your normal breath cycle. Relaxing the constriction in your throat, returning to easy inhales and exhales through your nose. Gently blinking your eyes open if they're closed, we're going to move on to our gentle warm-up. So staying seated as you are, drop your hands down by your sides. Spread your fingers wide, arms wide as you inhale, drawing your palms up to touch overhead, gently gazing at your thumbs. As you exhale, open your palms to the front, bend your elbows, draw your shoulder blades down, shoulders away from your ears. As you come into cactus, squeezing your shoulders together. Inhale, palms touch overhead. Exhale, cactus, shoulder blades drawing together, shoulders away from your ears, fingers energetic. And again, inhale, arms up. And exhale, squeeze. Lovely. Reaching your arms out as you inhale, and then exhale, just twisting from your waist, keeping your hips where they are. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, twisting the other way, just from your waist. Exhale, back to center. Gently warming up your core. Inhaling, twist. Exhaling back to center, feeling your arms energetic and long. Exhale, inhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. One more each side. Exhale, twist, really keeping your arms in a T shape, parallel to the floor. Feeling your shoulders and your arms start to heat up. Exhale, twist. And then coming back on your next inhale, relaxing your hands down by your sides. Let's bring some movement into our shoulders now, releasing any tension from holding that position there. And then changing direction, shoulders coming forward. Good. If you've got a brick under your bottom, just move it to the side. Just pop your feet out in front of you, hands behind you, and just windscreen wiper your knees. So over to the left. Inhaling back up to center. Exhaling to the right. Inhale back to center. And again the other way. Lovely. And knees back to center. Great. Great. If you've got your socks on, you can take them off. Safest to have bare feet on your yoga mat, but you can always keep them on during the warm-up and the relaxation. We're going to move on to our sun salutations now. So let's stand to the front of our mats, standing tall in mountain pose. Feet anchored to the floor, knees slightly bent, thighs engaged, bottom engaged, lower belly hugging in, shoulders lifting up and back, palms gently turned forward. Maybe closing your eyes as you bring your awareness to your breath. Inhaling and exhaling, setting your intention for your practice here. Maybe you want to feel stronger, or maybe you want to ease your mind, release tension, and just overall feel all the benefits of great movement and internal mind-body awareness. Feeling strong in mountain pose. On your next inhale, blinking your eyes open, reaching your palms together overhead, thumbs together, gazing at your knuckles. Exhale, forward fold. Feet are hip width apart, gently bending your knees, aiming to get your belly to your thighs. Inhale, palms to shins, flat back, long spine, halfway lift. And then as you prepare to exhale, you're going to lower your hands to the mat, fingers spread wide, engaged, bending your knees as you step back into your plank. If you can hold plank, stay here. If not, lower your knees in your supported plank. If we're in plank, we're going to take an inhale and exhale, feeling the core warm up. Everybody now, lowering the knees, uncurling the toes. We're going to make our way down to the mat, bending your elbows backwards, keeping them close to your body, slowly lowering your chin and your chest to the mat, keeping your belly and your bottom up. Inhale, push through to your cobra. Your elbows are still hugging in, shoulders are away from your ears, your gaze is lifted, lower belly is hugging in, protecting the back. Exhaling, pushing back into your child's pose for this first one. Big toes come together as we sink back, bottom to your heels, forehead gently resting forward as our arms stretch. This is still active, feeling your arms energized, fingers are engaged in the mat. On your next inhale, coming forward back into your tabletop, curling under your toes, and we're going to send our bottom back to the back corner of the room, knees are bent, slowly lowering your heels down towards the mat, even if they don't quite touch. In your downward dog now, you're trying to get your chest to your knees. Your neck is neutral. You're gazing at your shins. Your belly is hugging in. Your fingers are pressing throughout your whole hand. Knuckles are engaged with the mat, protecting your wrists. Inhaling and exhaling here. Feel free to walk out, bending one leg, sending one heel to the mat as you bend your other knee. Couple more breaths here in the first downward dog of the practice. No need to go too deep into it as you're easing your body, gently warming up. On your next inhale, looking forward between your hands and just slowly walk your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins, shoulders away from your ears, neck is neutral, long and flat back. Exhale, forward fold, belly to thighs, neck is relaxed. And then on your next inhale, bending through your knees, pushing through your feet. Inhaling all the way up, arms coming overhead, reaching up, Palms together, gently gazing at your thumbs. And then exhaling your hands down by your side. Well done. That was one round of our Sun A. Let's go again. Standing in mountain pose, feet hip width apart. Feeling tall, lengthened in your spine, legs are engaged, core and bum are hugging in. Feeling really strong and grounded in your mountain pose. On your next inhale, reaching your arms up overhead, palms together, gazing at your thumbs. And then gently exhale, forward fold, belly to thighs, neck is relaxed. On your next inhale, coming up, palms to shins, shoulders away from your ears, flat back, gazing gently at the floor. Feeling the lengthening in the back of your neck, legs. No need to lock your knees. If you're hyperextending, have a softness, softly bend your knees. On your next exhale, forward fold, planting your hands, fingers are spread wide on your mat. And you're going to step back into your plank. Remember to modify with your knees down if you need. If not, keeping your knees lifted. Inhale and exhale. We're strong in plank. We're pushing the floor away. Our shoulders are away from the ears. Our lower belly engaged and our heels are drawing down back towards the mat. Lowering your knees, uncurling your toes, shifting your weight forward so your shoulders are slightly over your wrists. Bending your elbows back towards the back of the room, tucked into your body, lowering your chin and your chest to the mat. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, pushing through to your cobra. Your belly and your hips are connected to the thighs. For your low cobra, higher cobra, your hips are still connected. Your elbows are hugging in, shoulders rolling back. On your next exhale, we're going to push straight back into our downward facing dog this time. So tucking under your toes, hovering your knees off the mat before you send your bottom back. Lowering your feet, keeping your feet hip width apart, protecting your lower back. Have a softness in the knees if it helps you to draw your heels towards the mat. Your neck is neutral, you're looking at your shins or your ankles. Your whole hand is pressing into the mat, and we're here for 2 more breaths. Inhale easily through your nose. Exhaling easily through your nose. 1 more breath. Inhaling and exhaling. On your next inhale, looking at your hands and slowly walking towards the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders away from your ears, neck is neutral, spine is long. Exhaling, forward fold, belly to thigh, neck relaxed, arms are relaxed. Bending your knees here, pushing through your feet, arms coming up as you inhale, arms reaching out and over your head, palms together, gazing at your thumbs. Exhaling your hands down by your side. Okay, coming back into your Tadasana, mountain pose, feet hip width apart, feeling strong, feeling tall, spine is lifted. Connecting back to your breath, we're going to move into our Sun B, salutations. On your next inhale, arms reaching up over your head, palms together. As you exhale, forward fold. Belly to your thighs, neck is relaxed. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, plant your hands back. This time, you're going to step only your left leg back. Now, if you would like to, you can lower your knee here. Or if you're able to, keeping your back knee lifted. Now, if you need to, you can climb up your leg, but we're going to be pushing through that foot as we inhale to our high crescent. Exhale, sinking through your hips, drawing your heel back, keeping your knee open and above your ankle. Lower belly is engaged, chest is open. Maybe even smile, feeling the strength and power in your legs. Lowering your back heel, we're going to come into our warrior one pose, if you remember from last week. Hips facing forward, shoulders facing forward, back foot is at a 45-degree angle, front foot is directly facing forward. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, sinking down, keeping your knee open. Inhale and exhale, strong here. Opening up into your warrior two now, sending your hips and your shoulders to the long edge of your mat. Your heels are in line here. Your arms are out, open. Keep pressing your front knee open so it's not coming in. Keep it open. Arms reaching out. Your gaze is at your right middle finger. Inhale. Exhale, see if you can sink a bit lower. Lovely. Inhale and exhale. Pivot your back foot again. We're going to reach our arms up, back into our high crescent. That's great. And then slowly bringing your weight forward. Can you lower your weight into your hands? And then bring your back foot, either one big step or several small hops, back to the front of your mat and your forward folding. We're going to be sending our right foot back next. So, one big step, right foot back. Lower your knee if you need. If you're able to, keep your back knee lifted, and you can use your arms to climb up the leg, or pushing through that front leg. We're coming up into our high crescent. Inhale, exhale, sinking through your hips, feeling really strong. Hands and arms are energized. Your heart is open, shoulders are away from your ears. Inhale and exhale, stay with me. We're in a lovely strong pose here. Turning now out your back foot, 45-degree angle, front foot stays forward, bringing your hips and your shoulders towards the short edge of your mat. Inhale, your arms up. Exhale, sinking further if you're able to. Feeling really strong in this warrior pose. Well done. Inhale. And exhale, we're going to open up into your warrior two pose. Shoulders are away from your ears, sinking into your front knee, opening up your hips, opening up your chest, shoulders away, fingers are energized, and you're gazing at your front middle finger. Inhale and exhale through your nose, feeling the fire in your lower body. I know my legs are feeling it. Inhale, exhale. And then we're going to pivot back to the front, coming onto that back toe. High crescent, reaching up. Sink on your exhale. Inhale, reaching the arms, and on your next exhale, we're going to lower our hands back down to the mats. Pressing your weight into your hands, knuckles connected to the floor. See if you can bring your front foot back. Now you're in plank. Lower your knees if you need to. If you're able to, keep them lifted. Inhale, exhale. We're challenging our core now. Lovely. Lower your knees. Uncurl your toes. Shift your weight forward. We're going to lower ourselves to the mat now. Hands under your shoulders. Bending your elbows towards the back of the room. Keeping your upper arms hugging to your ribs. Lowering your chin and your chest to the mat. Belly lifted, bottom lifted. Inhale, push through into your cobra. Shoulders are away from your ears. Hips are still connected to the mat, hugging your lower belly to protect your back. Exhale, push back into your downward facing dog, curling under the toes. Hands are spread wide, knuckles are down. Inhale, exhale here. Maybe walking it out if you like. Making sure your shoulders are away from your ears. Belly lifted, sending your heels down one at a time, palms fully engaged with the mat. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, looking at your hands, walk your feet towards the front of your mat. Inhale here, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Belly to thighs, neck is relaxed, arms are relaxed. Bend your knees, pushing through the floor. Inhale, reaching your arms out and up over your head, palms together, gazing at your thumbs. And then exhale, hands down by your side. Okay, we're going to practice our warrior 3 pose here now. So I mentioned earlier about having some blocks or bricks, so this is where you'll need them now, especially if the first time that you're doing warrior 3. So standing in the middle of your mat, just place them out in front of you so you've got them where your hands would be. Okay, and what we're going to be doing, standing in the middle of the mat, standing in the middle of your mat, we are going to press our weight into our right foot, coming up onto your left toes. If you're able to, see if you can lift your knee up. From here, we're going to be hinging at our hips. So sending our foot back, our torso forward, just hinging at your hips. See if you can grab onto your bricks here. So if you want to keep your leg bent, you can do. If you're able to, see if you can start to stretch your back leg out. Now we don't want our hip opening up like this. That's a different pose. We want our hip to shine towards the mat. Now we're keeping a neutral neck. If this feels okay and you feel quite secure, you could try removing your left hand out to the side. If your balance still feels okay, you can let go of your right hand. Hover that out to the side as well. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose here. At any point, if you need to grab on, please do. Flexing your back foot, lifting out of your supporting hip. Have a softness in your knee, don't lock it out. Lovely. Bending your back knee. See if you can bend your supporting knee a bit as you hold onto your hips and hinge yourself back up. Squeeze, 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 squeeze your knees up, and then exhale, release. Lovely. Now we'll just try the same on the other side. So this time we're going to be using our left leg as the supporting leg. So come onto your toes of your right foot. Hands on your hips to begin with, and if you're able to, lifting your right knee up. Inhale and exhale, feeling strong here. Preparing to hinge forward like we did last time, making sure you're not locking out your supportive knee. If you have a tendency to hyperextend, then just have a gentle bend in the knee. You'll feel your upper thighs working a bit harder. So we're going to hinge forward again, sending our right heel back to the sky, bringing our chest down towards the mat. And from here, you can start to hold on to your blocks. If you're able to, extend your back leg, lengthening through your spine. Remembering we're not opening the hip up, we want to keep sending your right hip so that your hip bone is shining towards the mat. Now you might like to try releasing your right hand this time. And then your left hand, if you're able to, in this nice T shape. You can also vary it by having your hands at your heart. Reaching your hands overhead is a bit more challenging. Wherever you are, inhaling and exhaling easily. Well done. Lowering your hands And then maybe if you didn't already have your hips, bring your hands, lowering your hands or sending your hands to your hips, bending your back knee, bending your supported leg, hinging back up, squeeze, 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 and exhale, release. Whew, that was quite challenging. Well done. So that's an introduction to our warrior 3 pose. Going to come into our chair pose. So as you inhale, swing your arms forward. So we're going to come into our chair pose. Have your feet hip width apart. Have your feet just about hip width apart. As you inhale your arms forward, you're going to send your bottom back. Inhale and exhale like you're sitting on a chair. You want to be able to see your toes, keeping your arms lifted, or bring them to your heart center if that's more accessible for you. Wherever you are, hugging your lower belly in, rounding through the back, trying not to overarch. And then exhale, standing forward, drawing your hands to your heart. We're going to come into a variation of eagle pose. So we're going to be coming back into our chair, but this time we're going to be doing it balancing on one leg. So, coming into your chair pose, inhaling your arms up in front of you. This time shifting your weight into your left leg, lifting your right leg up, crossing over your knee, sink back down, and then right arm to your left shoulder, left hand to your right shoulder. See if you can raise your elbows up. Now, if you need a bit more balance, you can always have your toe to the floor, or you can hover it off, or the full posture is wrapping your whole foot round the other side. So wherever you are, maybe you need a little bit of balance here with your toe, keeping your elbows lifted, shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, exhale, release, and stand up. Let's just give our body a little shake out before we go onto the other side. Right. Back into chair pose now. As you inhale, sink your hips back, arms reaching up. This time we're going to be putting into our weight into our right foot. Left leg is going to cross over. Remember the different variations. Toe can be down, toe can hover, or you can fully wrap it round. Keeping your hips and your chest forward wherever you are. Then placing your left hand to your right shoulder, right hand to your left shoulder, reaching your elbows up. Inhaling and exhaling here. One more breath. And then on your next exhale, pressing all the way up to stand. And then just releasing the tension in your body. Well done. Okay, let's make our way to the floor. So move your bricks out of the way. And we're going to come into some gentle stretches now. So we'll start in Dandasana again, our very active seated position. Legs are straight out in front of you, hands are down by your side, shoulders away from your ears, spine is lifted, and you're pressing your hands into the mat. Your feet are flexed, toes are coming at you. You're squeezing your thighs, you're squeezing your calves, you're really squeezing everything, your bottom, your lower belly. Squeeze, 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 feeling this really active pose. Neck is long at the back, chin gently tucked, and release. Well done. So you may like to shake your legs out a little bit. And then you're going to bend your right knee, and we're going to place the sole of our right foot into the inside of our left thigh. Sitting nice and tall, your right knee is out to the side, foot towards your thigh. Sitting up nice and tall, and then you're just going to slowly walk your hands out. We want to keep our spine nice and long, So you might only be here if that's where you keep your spine long, because we don't want to be rounding, trying to get our head down. We want to keep a nice open chest, lengthened spine, and we're just walking out as far as we can go. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. One more breath here. Inhaling and exhaling, slowly drawing yourself back, bending your right knee up and then lengthening it out next to your left. Give yourself a little shake out, hugging in your left knee this time, opening out your knee, allowing the inside of your thigh to touch the sole of your left foot. Sitting up nice and tall, hugging in your lower belly, and we're just going to slowly walk forward again. Nice and slowly. Remember, we're not rounding out, we're keeping our shoulders away from our ears, spine and neck neutral, and just stopping wherever it is that you reach your limit. Inhaling and exhaling fully. One more breath here. And then slowly walking our way back up. All right, now we're going to be making our way down to the mat. So if you would like to add some extra layers on, you can pop your socks back on. And we're just going to do a gentle lying twist before we move on to a guided relaxation. All right, so making your way down, lying on your back, feet about hip width apart, arms can be on your belly or they can be out to the side, and we're just going to lift up both of our legs into tabletop and then lowering them back down. Inhale and exhale. Gently allow your knees to flop over to the left, gently gazing at the right. Left hand to your belly, right arm stays out to the side. Inhale and exhaling here. 2 more breaths, feeling yourself relaxing into the mat. Inhale, reach that left hand out, head neutral, legs back to neutral. On your next exhale, your legs are going to go over to the right, gazing over to the left. Right hand onto your belly, sinking and melting into this position. Inhaling and exhaling here. Maybe gently closing your eyes. Noticing a lovely release in your back. Inhale, knees and head to neutral, left hand to your belly. Just give yourself a squeeze, hugging your knees into your chest, gentle rock side to side. Maybe doing some hip circles. Shaking out your hands and your legs, giving everything a shake, maybe nodding your head side to side. And then slowly making your way down to the mat into your final relaxation pose. Shoulders are away from your ears, arms are gently away from your body, feet are mat width apart. Palms to the ceiling, relaxing your feet out to the side, gently closing your eyes here. Starting to bring your awareness inwards. Noticing your inhales and your exhales through your nose. Noticing how you feel now in your body. Noticing how it feels to breathe. going to go through a gentle guided relaxation with you here. Gently opening your eyes. I want you to see if you can notice 5 different things you can see. Gentle observations. Maybe it's the color of the ceiling, or shadows in the room. Maybe it's the way the light is entering your space. Maybe it's a flowing cobweb in the corner of the room. Maybe you can see the tip of your nose. Gently closing your eyes now, drawing your awareness inwards. What 4 things can you feel? Maybe it's the rise and fall of your chest and belly as you take slow and deep inhales and exhales. Maybe it's the texture of your fabric, the socks on your feet, the clothes clinging to your body. Maybe there's a gentle breeze in the room, or a wave of warmth. Now bringing your awareness to what you can hear. What 3 things can you hear by gently observing your surroundings? Maybe you can hear the thunder of the clouds, the gentle singing of birds, or the calming sounds of the singing bowls. Bringing your awareness to your smell. What smells can you notice in your surroundings? Maybe you're inside with a candle burning. Maybe you're outside and you can smell the damp of the rain or the heat of the sun on the earth. Finally, bringing your awareness to your taste. Is there anything you can taste in your mouth? Maybe it's the last thing you had to eat. Or the lingering flavors of a warm drink you may have just had before your practice. Gently noticing and observing before letting it go. Now scanning throughout your whole body, inhaling and exhaling, starting to bring some more energizing breaths now. Maybe some gentle movement to your fingers and your toes. wiggling them slowly. Maybe circling your wrists and your ankles before having a big stretch out long. You might like to hug your knees into your chest and gently rock side to side, massaging your lower spine. Slowly keeping your eyes closed, making your way onto one side. Still keeping your eyes closed, slowly making your way up to comfortable seated position. Whatever that may be, sitting up nice and tall. Lowering your hands now by your side, tall spine. Keeping your eyes closed, see if you can reach your arms out and up and over your head, palms together. Exhale, drawing your palms down to your heart center. Let's go again, hands down by your sides. Inhaling them up overhead, palms together. Exhale, hands down through to your heart center. One final time, hands dropping by your side before you inhale, stretch them out and up, reaching your palms overhead, drawing your hands to your heart center. Gently rubbing your palms together, generating some heat between your hands, warming them up. Feeling the warmth grow between your hands before gently placing your warm palms over your closed eyes. Gently blinking, allowing some light to come through the gaps in your fingers. Welcoming the light into your eyes. Gently moving your hands away from your eyes. Draw your palms together to your heart center, thumb knuckles to your third eye between your eyebrows. Gently bow your head. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed today's practice, and I look forward to seeing you next week in the final class of this 4-week beginner yoga course. As always, I can't wait to see you in the next one. Take care.